Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a ton of new updates to go over. We have some Worlds news happening this weekend. We have some new rumors regarding the Nintendo Switch 2 and then a few other bits and bobs to go over as well about Legends EA. There's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's go over the new Pokemon Worlds updates. So we have this tweet here from Centro League saying information about the Pokemon World Championships 2024 will be revealed at the EUIC closing ceremony on Sunday, the 7th of April. This is confirmed information. They obviously said it in this video here that they are going to be some updates regarding Worlds this weekend on the 7th of April. Now, that will be like the dates and stuff like that. I don't think we'll get any like gameplay footage or anything like that about Pokemon Legends EA. You never know, but it's probably quite unlikely to get anything as of right now. We did only just have Pokemon Day over a month ago, so I can't see any updates about it. Fingers crossed, but you never know. They might announce something about a potential Pokemon press conference or something, which happens in May. You know, it hasn't happened for the last 5 years, but if it is going to happen, they could announce it during this. So we'll have to keep an eye out and see if anything is kind of posted. If we get any snippets or hints that there is definitely going to be something that drops, then we'll definitely stream it and stuff. But yeah, as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything regarding the Pokemon games. It's just probably going to be like Worlds news and stuff like that. And then we also have Push Wrath here saying, anyone have an idea of when we might have some kind of update on Pokemon Legends EA or a rumored remake, like roughly what date it may come? And then we have Centro here saying not before June, probably. Obviously, Centro doesn't know. They don't have any inside information regarding that, but the premise is that it's probably going to be in the next Pokemon Presents, which could range from July to August, because that's when the last Presents have kind of always been around. And again, in the next Presents, we probably will get some more information about Legends EA, and if we are going to get some sort of remake this year, then it's going to be in that Pokemon Presents. So fingers crossed that we do get something, but you never know. They may drop something with the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement, like some gameplay for Legends EA, so that might alter when the Presents is going to be. We just have to keep our eyes peeled, and hopefully we get something soon. But either way, that's the kind of Worlds updates. We do have Soul Silver also kind of talking about this as well. Saying a little Pidgey is about to get stitches. Jokes aside, I think that's what she says in the video. Jokes aside, I think April the 7th is a little soon for the Pokemon Company to announce anything else outside of Pokemon Worlds 2024 information, yet she makes it seem like this ceremony might be a bit more. Announcements I'm waiting for are the next Pokemon Presents announcement, Pokemon Works, Legends EA, tease Black and White remakes. Most of these things are very unlikely, but nothing is impossible. But yeah, like I say, I wouldn't expect anything happen. And we don't usually get information on a Sunday as well. Like the only time we've really got like a Pokemon trailer on a Sunday was during Pokemon Presents last year, which oh no, not that. It was the year that Scarlet and Violet was announced. That was definitely on a Sunday. But apart from that, yeah, we don't usually get any information. But you never know. Like, keep your eyes peeled. Obviously, we'll cover anything that does happen if it is you know, vaguely interesting. Obviously, we'll cover like the World's dates and stuff, but either way, that's definitely happening this weekend. Moving on, we do also have an update to Pokemon TV. This is now finally done. It is finished. It is donezo. We have Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon TV app has now finished its sunset process and no longer works on iOS, Android, smart TVs, and the Nintendo Switch. And then Cerebi note, although some people are now locked out of the app, others are still able to use it despite the service intending to end yesterday. We're currently investigating. So again, that was on the 29th of March, so I'm assuming it's all been fixed now. But yes, Pokemon TV is now no longer a thing. We were kind of hoping that we might get some sort of streaming service for Pokemon announced on the Pokemon Day Presents. We didn't get anything like that. Again, it could be something they talk about during this. You don't know. I'm not expecting this to be any kind of Presents level news, but they may drop something. You just don't know. We just have to keep an eye out this week. Again, it's not like we have to wait a long time. It's literally happening this Sunday. And I mean, a lot of people are bothered about Worlds anyway, so they'll be wanting to know the dates regardless. But it would be nice if they drop a little something with it as well. But anyway, that's all of those updates. Moving on, we have some new Nintendo Switch 2 kind of rumors and things like that to kind of take a look at. There's some rumors, there's some kind of designs that I wanted to also take a look at that kind of all blends into what this sort of information is going over. But we have Nash Weedle here who is of course one of the kind of insiders posting about leaks and stuff like that. Pretty good track record. They do say Leak Express, the Nintendo Switch 2 screen could still be an OLED. At least Nintendo is still interested in this type of screen and has been working on an image rendering method that prevents retention and burn-in on screens that are sensitive to this occurring when using HDR. So again, we were all kind of, I guess, expecting just to see the original LCD screen for the Nintendo Switch 2. Obviously, we got the Switch OLED, but there's been numerous reports and numerous insider information stating that they were not going to go with the OLED screen for the Nintendo Switch 2. That probably is still going to be the case, but it looks like they still have not kind of closed the door on that either. What's probably going to happen is they're going to announce the Switch 2. It's going to come with the LCD screen, and then they'll make a Switch 2 with the OLED screen as well, just like they did for the original Nintendo Switch. That's very likely because they're basically bringing out two consoles, and you know they know that people will buy the OLED screen because it's just a better console. Unless you obviously only ever play docked mode, because you're not really going to be taking any kind of enjoyment out of the Switch screen because you're never going to be looking at it. You're going to be looking at it on your TV or your monitor or whatever. But either way, we have HDvee also kind of talking a little bit more about this here. So given the public's rejection of the leak of the LCD screen, they could have affected the decision to launch the OLED model. The good reception of the OLED model of the current Nintendo Switch and the user base of that model would not feel like taking a step back with the Switch 2 OLED. On the podcast, Mr. EV98 has opted for the arrival of the HDR to Switch 1 and hence the patent to avoid burn-in on the OLED screen. What do you think? And then we have also other people kind of like asking questions about other things regarding the Nintendo Switch 2. So we have JL7 here saying, "Hi, Weedle, the announcement of Nintendo's new console in June. First, there should be a teaser, which could be in June, and then later the presentation, but it's all very obtuse." And then we also have Alberto saying, "Do you know if they have improved the hardware along with the delay? It would be very worrying if it came out with obsolete components, if it were the same graphics card leaked from Nvidia many years ago. Now, I have no data on the chip, but I can tell you that a third-party developer is very satisfied with the specifications of the new dev kit." And then, when do you think they will announce it? In my opinion, again, this isn't a leak, this is just their opinion. They have to show something in June, but it is an opinion. And then, dang, I hope it's true, although I wouldn't like the price to go over $450. Again, the rumored price now for the Nintendo Switch 2 is $400, but I guess if they started adding OLED screens and stuff like that, it probably would push the price up to probably around $450. As we've discussed in the podcast, Nintendo may be making other sacrifices such as the camera to avoid raising the price of the console. In a market study that Nintendo did last year in Japan, the console should not exceed $450. So that's a little bit more information about that there. We also have this to go over as well, talking about these different kind of design patents and stuff like that for the Nintendo Switch 2. So we have HDvee also saying, "Leak Express sticks controller with force response in 2022. We talked about the ferrofluid technique patented by Nintendo. Now it has been updated with new applications that we feel more or less resistance in the sticks dynamically depending on what happens in the game." Again, I would read all this, but it's obviously in a different language, so I don't really know what it's saying. But that's kind of like the main point of what they're saying in here is obviously what this is. So this was originally from this here, which is the controller that was posted on the 1st of July 2022. This was just some patents and stuff, and again, patents don't always mean that this is definitely going to happen, but it is something that has potentially been worked on or spoken about at least. So Leak Express, this was back from 2022. Like I say, Nintendo's next controller would have force feedback on the sticks. This would be thanks to a ferrofluid and magnetic field interaction technique. We may feel how difficult it is to climb a slope or even how an enemy grabs us. So I guess it's a little bit like on the PlayStation 5 controllers with the triggers. I can't remember what it's called. It's basically where like you can press it down and then you have to like press it down further. It might be adaptive triggers, maybe something like that. But that could be something similar to what's happening with the new Nintendo Switch controllers that are going to be dropping for the Switch 2. And again, this was way back in 2022. This was a patent. It's just been updated, so it looks like they are kind of working on these sort of things and this sort of technology and stuff. And yeah, we could have like less or more resistance in the sticks dynamically. Again, we'll see all this when it like gets announced and stuff. They'll go into detail about the controllers and stuff in like a video. But yeah, that could be something that we are going to be seeing for the Nintendo Switch 2. We also have some more things to go over as well. So we have HDvee also say Nintendo could have ruled out adding a camera to the Nintendo Switch 2 to reduce costs and seek a competitive price. Several augmented reality patents by the company indicated different uses. It could be related to the cancellation of the Valen Studios project. So this is obviously in regards to this patent here, where it says Leak Express, Nintendo continues researching augmented reality. You have already put it into practice successfully in Mario Kart Live Home Circuit and in the Mario Kart attraction at the amusement park. What's next? More info tomorrow at Nintendo League. So this was obviously posted in 2022 as well. But it looks like potentially they might be... And it's a weird one. Like, in my opinion, I think I would rather have an OLED screen if it means like losing the camera, because I don't think I've ever really used the Nintendo Switch camera. So a much better screen I'd be much happier with than, you know, a camera. And I feel like a lot of people would be bothered about that as well. You know, a lot of people, if they wanted to take a photo of something, they would just use their phone. Whereas the OLED screen is just going to be a lot more beneficial, I think, in my opinion. So, I don't know. But either way, those are all the latest updates on the Nintendo Switch 2 and rumors and stuff like that. Like I say, some of them have been updated legitimately, as, you know, like this here with the controller and stuff. A lot of the other stuff is just rumor stuff, like the OLED screen and everything. But either way, a lot of stuff to talk about. And again, if it is going to get announced in June, we don't have to wait too long at all. We're in April now, so got all of April to get through, all of May to get through. And then hopefully we finally hit June and they are going to drop some information about the Nintendo Switch 2 then. Moving on, we're going to finish today's video off with a few other things that I wanted to go over. This first thing regarding Pokemon Black and White remakes, and then the second thing regarding the anime, which obviously revolves around Legends EA as well. So we have Soul Silver out here saying, when I heard about an outsourced Black and White remake and then Legends EA was announced, I gave up hope on seeing the original dragon in the Black and White remake. So the original dragon is something that I think we all want to see. You know, we thought that if we get a Legends Unova, we're definitely going to see this original dragon. We thought if we get a Black and White 3, we're definitely going to see this original dragon. In a Black and White remake, it's less likely to see the original dragon, because obviously it wasn't in the original games. But in like Auras, you know, that's a remake of Ruby and Sapphire, and we've got Mega Rayquaza. So, you know, never say never, it's just less likely. But then they go on to say, but now that Pokemon Works exists, it changes everything. Of course, we don't know what Pokemon Works will be doing, but if they are working on their own Pokemon games, basically as a Game Freak team, like number 3 or Game Freak Team C, because obviously we've already got A and B and stuff. That means that a team outside of the core Game Freak teams has the freedom to create their own ideas and put new Pokemon in their games. So if they worked on a Black and White remake, they could ask a designer from Game Freak to make the original dragon and add it into their remake game. Do I think that exact scenario will happen? Probably not, because I think the Black and White remakes are already close to complete and might not be done by Pokemon Works, but you never know. Again, they have to have been close to completion, because if they are going to be coming out this year in like November, you know, it's April now, so they don't have a lot of months to really add the third dragon or the original dragon. And also, if they did add it, it'd have to be revolving around the storyline as well. So it's probably not Pokemon Works working on it if it was to do with like a new dragon and stuff. And this idea is only amazing news for the future Pokemon remake games if made by Pokemon Works. If Pokemon Works turns out to be more than just more help, it's like Game Freak is passing the torch and raising up a new company mixed with Ilka that will eventually make their own mainline Pokemon games. So either way, it'd be really cool to see the original dragon. It's unlikely, but I think it is definitely something that we all 100% want to see. I mean, it's not something they have to do right now. They could always do it in the future. If we do get a Legends Unova in the future, they'll always just drop the original dragon then. So we'll have to wait and see. And then finishing things off, we also have Soul Silver kind of talking about the anime. Now, in the most recent episode, we saw that there was actually a Zygarde, a shiny Zygarde in the anime, which could be obviously tying in with Legends EA because it is about Zygarde. So, wait, what is the Pokemon Horizons anime doing? I just woke up to the main villain with a shiny Zygarde. There's so many potential implications. So, the first implication is Game Freak planned to reveal Legends EA this year and told the anime people about it. There must be a whole 3 to 7 year concept / game / plot / plan behind the scenes, because it's not like they just made this yesterday. You know, this animation, like this episode, would have been made quite a while ago, because, you know, animation does take a long time to make. And I don't know how big the animation team is for Pokemon, but it's not like they can just do that and then pop out an anime episode. It takes a lot of work. This could mean that Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Legends EA will be thematically connected. This is one main thing I've wanted from Pokemon Legends EA. The Explorers' whole thing is that they are very Paldea themed. They use Terrestrial, and their whole goal is to get Terrapagos. Imagine a Terrapagos and a Terrestrial tie-in in Pokemon Legends EA. Now, this Zygarde has a red core. There could be more Zygardes with different color cores. Could Pokemon Legends ZA have multiple Zygardes? Which is a really cool theme and a really cool idea, because it could be like opposite Zygarde from like a different timeline or something. And then this is specifically a shiny Zygarde, a third dragon/ground type legendary. This is the clear counterpart to the shiny third dragon flying type legendary Pokemon Rayquaza. This makes it very likely that many Pokemon we've seen in Pokemon Horizons will Mega Evolve. Rayquaza, Glalie, Aerodactyl, etc. Pokemon Horizons seems like it's going to last longer than just for the Scarlet and Violet story arcs. Many people think it may be a shorter series that ends after Generation 9, still possible, but this makes it seem like they want to continue on. The other thing is, I don't think it's going to be going back to Ash anytime soon either, because the actual people that make it have come out and said, you know, we've said goodbye to Ash now, but maybe not forever. But I feel like they wouldn't have said that if they're just going to bring Ash back for Generation 10. So I think we will just follow, like, the protagonists of Pokemon Horizons, and just they will go into Generation 10 and stuff like that. I think that will be the very likely outcome, in my opinion anyway. You don't know, but either way, I think that there's going to be a lot of anime tie-ins with Legends EA, and there probably will be like a segment as well, just like there was for Pokemon Legends Arceus. Anyway though, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything that we covered in today's video. What are your thoughts on the whole anime situation with Zygarde? What are your thoughts on the potential of a original dragon in potential black and white remakes? What are your thoughts on all the Nintendo Switch 2 stuff that we've covered today regarding the OLED screen, not having the camera, etc, the controller stuff with adaptive triggers, and then as well as that, Pokemon TV stuff, and then also what do you think is going to get announced at Worlds, with this World news at EUIC? Let me know your thoughts on all that. But anyway, everything from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.